We, okay. We are live, everybody. Welcome to the MikeySuzeFour channel. I am Mikey. My beautiful wife, Suzanne, is going to go run some errands for us. So hopefully she'll be all right. Pray that she's okay. She will be. She's a good scout defender. She knows how to take care of herself. But I always tell her, trust no one and make sure that you know, be careful. So always. Anyway, here we are. Today we're starting again our weekly webcam series, and of course, we always start every Monday now, per your request, fans out there, folks, with Red Dwarf. And today we're doing two more episodes of the awesome British sci-fi comedy series and drama. And with us first in the box today in the chat is Mr. JPR PH1. And very good to see you, sir. Thank you so much for coming. Hail chat. And coming in next here is the bird woman of YouTube, Miss Connie Cleary. Hello, Connie Cleary. How you doing today? She's one of our top moderators. So, and of course, everybody is a moderator of some distinction. We have top ones, and then we have our standard moderators that will take care of links, anything they need to post to the chat. At the top, I did post today the Red Dwarf theme song. I had difficulty trying to play it last time I was on. Be careful, my lover. Mwah. Trust no one. Okay, honey. Love you. Yeah, be careful today. Oh, did you bring your umbrella? It might rain. Bring your umbrella. It's supposed to rain later today, I think. Yeah. Watch your stuff. Okay. All right. Love you. Sorry, everyone. Just want to make sure my wife's all right. Bye, baby. Okay. Alrighty. So, like I said, today I posted the Red Dwarf theme song. It lasts about 4 minutes, 45 seconds. It's from a friend of mine named Moonraker79. So check it out when you get a chance, either at the beginning of the stream here today or probably towards the end if you want to see what the whole theme song is. And of course, Miss Jenna Russell, who sings the three-part harmony, and she's the lead singer and does the fun, fun, fun in the sun, sun, sun at the very end. So yeah. And then JPRPH1 said thanks. Hello, Mikey. And I said hello, JPR, and good to see you. Likewise, he says, hail, chat from Connie. Hello to Connie Cleary. Hello, Mikey. I'm fine, thank you. Oh, hello, JPRPH1. Yes, and okay. Cool. You're okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So today we have the next two episodes in the line here, episodes 3 and 4 of season 1. The first one is called Balance of Power. That came out on Monday, February 29th, 1988. Isn't that ironic? It came out, wow, 36 years ago and a few months. That's great. I love doing this. Okay, Mondays. This is awesome. And then on Monday, March 7th, the following week, Waiting for God. That was season 1, episode 4. Okay. All right. So before I begin, just want to mention, of course, that every Monday through Thursday, we do have these 2 episode reviews that we do at starting at 1 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time. And that would be 12 noon on the Central Time Zone. If we have to change at any time, I will notify people at least the day before, because sometimes Suzanne and I have errands to run. We have things to do in real life. So, yeah, we got to make sure we get out and, do stuff. And we probably will during the winter time. That's why we're taking a lot of December off, but, for holidays and stuff. But we're also going to be doing 2 special streams on that month. I'll talk about that briefly later on. But in the meantime, we do have Miss Moira Kitty. Yay, Moira! Hi, meow meow meow, everyone. JPR says hello, Moira Kitty, and Moira says hi there, JPR. All right. Hey, it's good to see you, Moira. Meow meow, Mikey. Suzanne also said meow meow. She went to go do some errands, so but she says meow back to you. Yeah. We love you guys. Alrighty. So let's get started. We'll go to the first episode here today with Balance of Power. Now, the basic plot of this is that Lister wants to go on a date with the hologram of Navigation Officer Christine Kochansky, much to Rimmer's disapproval. Lister decides to do a cooking exam so he can outrank Rimmer, but Rimmer has a cunning plan. No. Okay. This is directed by Ed. Bye. Ed Goodbye. I like saying that. Ed by Rob Grant and Doug Naylor, of course, wrote the story. And of course, remember you have Dave Lister played by Craig Charles. Chris Berry plays Rimmer. Remember, he was the butler in the uh, Lara Croft movies with Angelina Jolie that you know him from, among other things. Norman Lovett, of course, plays Holly, the computer face. Danny John Jules plays Cat. And and of course, that's it. That's for the four main people. Till later on, when we get Crichton, played by uh, Norman Llewellyn, or at least Robert Llewellyn. Sorry, but yeah, he'll come later. And then Kochansky is played by Claire Grogan. So she plays Christine Kochansky in this episode. And then there's the dispensing machine, who's voiced by Tony Hawks. And I think he might have even voiced the toaster, the terrifying toaster that I call him. And then Mark Williams plays the role of Peterson in this. So they will sometimes, in these first few episodes, they'll go back to before everybody died, and it'll be like flashbacks, so they can show you different things. Yep, comedy sci-fi. And it's rated TV 14. So, yeah. Okay. So let's go to trivia first. There we go. Okay, right. So the flashback scenes are supposed to be intended to be a recurring theme throughout the series, showing Lister's secret feelings of intense loneliness and his contrasting past and present lives. But the idea was scrapped. Yeah, that was supposed to be a recurring theme, but they decided not to. So then they decided just to go uh, back and forth on each episode, just kind of sometimes showing a flashback and sometimes not. It depended on the plot, obviously, of the specific episode. So this episode contains the first and only appearance of Lister's talking toilet, episode 3. So if you get a chance to see that, that's very funny. The Rimmer in Kochansky's body scene was originally much longer. It was showing off Clara Grogan's acting ability as she impersonated Chris Berry, but the scene had to be cut due to running time. The full-length version is included on DVD releases. That's good. Okay, here's a couple scenes that were cut from the episode. There was additional dialogue in Lister's flashback of a Saturday night party with his boozy mates was cut for time. Now, this includes Olaf Peterson telling the others that they aren't doing so well, since it is 11 p.m. and they can all still see. Olaf also tells the others about some strange new tattoos, which have appeared on his arms that he doesn't remember getting while drunk. Then there's additional dialogue before Lister's chef exam, I'm sorry, was cut for time reasons also. Rimmer is very worried and tries to dissuade Lister, who is reading a zero gravity football magazine and revising buns, eating them. Rimmer claims that Lister is being confident on purpose to torture him. And then Lister's exam scene was originally longer and featured a larger role for Claire Grogan playing as Rimmer inside Kochansky's body. Okay, now this is the first episode when we see a Scudder giving Rimmer a two-fingered salute by twisting their heads at a certain angle. Now, this gesture, the UK equivalent of the middle finger flipping the bird gesture, originating around the Hundred Years' War, is largely lost on North American viewers. I knew what it meant. I read about it a lot in history. Um, Rimmer catches the Scudders at the cinema watching a Western. In Thanks for the Memory from 1988, it is revealed that the Scudders are fans of John Wayne and are members of the John Wayne fan club. Now, the story was written as pure sitcom at the request from the BBC. We didn't want the show to be too heavy on science fiction elements. Now, apparently, Peterson's consciousness still lives in his arm, as it's the arm that attacks Rimmer. However, it's only in a deleted scene, a longer version of the disco sequence, that it's explicitly indicated that it is Peterson's arm, as the deleted scene shows the character discussing the tattoos later shown in close up when Rimmer gets the arm. Right? The teaching room includes an unexplained rack of 9-track magnetic tape reels. Now, 9-track was introduced in the 1960s. For many years, it was often used for backups and data transfer, with a capacity of 100 plus megabytes per reel. In movies and TV during the 1960s and 1970s, the 9-track tape drive was often presented as the computer itself, when a spinning tape drive was deemed more visually interesting than blinking lights. By the start of the 21st century, 9-track was obsolete, but there's a rack of 9-track reels in the Red Dwarf teaching room. Now, the subject of rank and status on board ship is later revisited in the Series 10 episode, Dear Dave, in 2012, with the risk presented of Rimmer being demoted down to third technician and thus becoming Lister's equal, as is Lister's depression and misery about being the last human alive. In total, the cat ordered in this episode at least 11 portions of trout a la creme, because he is a cat. In the original version, Rimmer does his exercises at 1:45. There's a Japanese version out there where he does them at 20:2. And now for a couple of spoilers. When the final scene was filmed, which Lister salutes while jumping into the air when he says to Rimmer, "How'd I do, Mr. Lister, sir?" Craig Charles injured his lower back when he landed on his feet. Oh, that's why he felt a little gist of pain. Okay. In Lister's disco flashback, he tells his mates that his uncle's brain is in a jar. It must run in the family, since he discovers that that is how he ends up in season 6's Out of Time episode from 1993. And in this episode, Lister says he and Kochanski never made love. Later, when Kochanski is recast in Series 7, the writers introduced a plot hole where Lister and Kochanski were previously in a sexual relationship instead of his unrequited love for her. So that is cool. All right. And let's go back and check the chat out for us. Moira Kidded said, "Meow, meow, Mikey," and a big smile. Purr to the lovely wife. Oh, thank you, Moira. She returns it back to you with our babies. And girls, stop fighting. It's Moon Pie and Deja Vu going at it again. Sometimes they do this when mom's gone, so I have to tell them to behave. Oh, baby. Yeah. Poor girl. Stop beating up on your sister. And you too. You stop beating up on your girl. Now, come on. I've seen them in love, you know, lightly doing air kisses with each other and stuff, and of course they're smelling their what's and yeah. So believe me, these girls do love each other. They do. But sometimes, it's a little silly, but that's okay. And then we have Hakeem in the chat. Hello, Hakeem. Good to see you. Moira says hi there, Hakeem. And Hakeem says, hello, Mikey and Connie Cleary, JPRPH1, and Moira. Good to see you. And hello, Hakeem. Hope you're doing well from JP. Hakeem says, yeah, I'm good now, JP. I got my iced tea in hand. LOL. I hope you're doing well too. Yes, hope you are, sir. And Brad Wolf '07 from one of our friends from Jet Nerdy. Hi, Mikey. Hi, everyone. And hello, Hakeem from Connie. And Meow Meow Moira from Connie Cleary. That's great. That's great. Thank you guys and gals for being here today. We got 7 watching. We got 6 watching. Okay. We got 4 in the that gave us some thumbs up. So thank you. Yes. Please don't forget to hit the like button for today if you enjoyed this video. Also, don't forget to share the video with your friends. We're only 10 subs away from 200. our next goal. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, please hit the notification bell, the ding, 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 so you know when we do our next webcam as well as our next live stream, which will be coming up not this Friday, but it'll be coming up on Saturday at 9 p.m. And it's going to at 9 p.m. Eastern, and it will be Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home that we'll be reviewing. We'll have a panel, we'll have chat, subscribers only. Yes, it'll all be there. So make sure all of you check that out. Okay. And Moira says, per Connie. And Hakeem says, hey, Brad Wolf oh 07. Well, now I don't. Well, now I don't want to, Mikey. Just joking. I already liked your stream. Oh, Brad. Hi there, Hakeem. Yes, to Brad, from Brad. Okay. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. All right. So let's go to the goofs here. Let's see how many goofs we have today. All right. Okay. Well, we only have a couple. That's great. Okay. So when there's a revealing mistake. So when Lister tips out some cigarette butts from the can of the beer he's just drank, you can see them tucked into his hand that's holding the can, so they aren't really falling out of the can. Okay. Now there's a couple of instances where you see a boom mic visible. Now this does happen throughout most of the series, and throughout most of the episodes. It's just a little accidental thing, but because they were in such an enclosed space, which in some cases I think Danny John Jules, the cat, said it was claustrophobic to some extent. They made it that way. But that was how the ship was supposed to be, claustrophobic in space while it's floating through space. And of course, it's 3 million years later. So a lot of things can happen in all that time. But yes, there's a yellow boom mic, which is visible at the top of the shot of Lister, Peterson, Chen, and Selby at the table in the disco after Lister says his uncle isn't dead yet. And there's a boom mic that dips into the top of the shot for a split second when Kachansky's hologram says, it's Kachansky's body, it's Kachansky's voice. Okay. Then the next and last two goofs, the character error, is when Rimmer keeps repeating 4691 irradiated haggis. Lister says, Rimmer, we stop saying 4981 irradiated haggis and speak to me. And then Rimmer claims to be a heavy sleeper here, but this is disproven later on. In Dimension Jump, he was woken by Lister letting the closet door shut. Okay. All right, now we have some quotes, my favorite part here. Okay. So first, Holly the hologram. In the 3 million years we have been away, is my fond hope that mankind has abolished war, cured all disease, and got rid of those little Western saloon doors again in trendy clothes shops. Holly says, Jean-Paul Sartre said hell was being locked forever in a room with your friends. Lister says, Holly, all his mates were French. Oh, man. Then Holly and Lister. Holly is explaining why he brought Rimmer back as a hologram to keep Lister company. He's the person you knew best. Only 14 million words in all. Lister. Holly, 7 million of those were me telling him to smeg off. And the other 7 million were him putting me on report for telling him to smeg off. Then Rimmer. Chef? You want to become a chef? Not really. I just want to become your superior. But a chef? A white-hatted ponce? That's not a real officer. Well, that outranks you, Smeg for brains. Then the cat, feeling sick after overeating. I think I'm gonna have to go and do something secret. Barney gets up and heads out of the bunk room. High-pitched voice. Look out! Food escape! Rimmer. Is that picture yours? It's rubbish. Lister. It's a mirror. And then Rimmer and Lister. What's this? Learning drugs? They're illegal, matey. I'm afraid you're in very serious, grave, deep trouble, Lister. Where'd you get 'em? I want names. I want places. I want dates. Oh, and Rimmer, his locker, this morning. And then the dispensing machine. Hello, how can I help you? Fish! Dispensing a meal container. Today's fish is trout a la creme. Enjoy your meal. Fish! Today's fish is trout a la creme. Enjoy your meal. Fish! Of course, that goes on for for a long time. Um, and then after he got all the fish, dispensing machine says, "Today's fish is trout a la creme. Enjoy your meal." I will. He walks away carrying six meal containers stacked on top of each other. And then listener to Holly says, "What about Christine Kochansky? You could have brought Christine back." Holly, in your entire life, you shared conversation with her totaled 173 words. So, in terms of wordage, you actually had a better relationship with your rubber plant. And then Rimmer and Holly. Holly, as soon as I can board this ship, I order you to tell me where Lister is. I've told you, I can't. Holly, that's an order, you stupid ugly git. Ugly? I'll have you know I chose this face from the billions available, because it happened to be the face of the greatest and most prolific lover who ever lived. There. Really? Well, you must have operated in the dark a lot. And then Rimmer says, "You always become the thing you hate the most. Look at you, Lister. Obnoxious, ruthless, single-minded, insensitive. You're more like me than I am." And then Lister collects his exam results slip. "How'd you do? How did you do? How did you do, Lister?" "Hell did I do? Mr. Lister, sir!" He jumps up in the air and salutes. The picture freeze frames as he's in midair and cuts to the end credits. Then in the flashback scene in the disco, Chen starts another one of their games again. He starts slapping the table, clapping his hands, and clicking his fingers. The others do the same in unison, chanting, "I've been to Titan, I've been to Belansky, I can name 90 men who slept with Kachansky. Me!" Peterson, "Me!" Selby, "Me!" Chen, "The London Jet Juniors." Peterson, "The service droids." Selby, "My mother!" They all went, "Okay, leave it alone, leave it." From Lister. The scene dissolves to Lister sitting by himself in the same room 3 million years later. Silent, alone. Rimmer, Chen, and Lister all in this. Rimmer says, "Lister, where's my revision timetable?" "Sir, it's Saturday night." "Come on, no one works Saturday night." "You don't work any night. You don't work any day. Give hard, play hard. That's our motto. Look, I've got my engineering reset on Monday. I don't know anything. Where's my revision timetable?" "Wait, is this the thing in all different colors with all the subjects divided into study periods and rest periods and self-testing time? It took me 7 weeks to make it. I've got to cram my whole revision into one night." "Hey, none. Is this the thing with a note on it in red which says vital, valuable, urgent, do not touch on pain of death?" "Yes." "I threw it away." Everybody laughs. Ha 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 ha. Tee hee. Where is it? "No, I didn't. I pinned it up on the wall." "What? Why?" "To dry it out." "What do you mean dry it out?" "Well, I spilt a goat vindaloo on it. Don't worry, it's a little bit red, but you can read most of it, especially if you scrape the lumps off." Everybody laughs again. "You spoiled my No, I haven't got time. I'm taking learning drugs and all I'm memorizing is this conversation." "They're illegal," Peterson says. Rimmer says, "Where's my revision timetable, Lister? It's Saturday night." "No one works Saturday night. You don't work any night. You don't work any day. Skip hard, play hard. That's our motto." "Lister, where'd you put my revision timetable?" "It's Saturday night." "No one works Saturday night. You don't work." And of course, he's in a trance. And then between Rimmer and Lister, Rimmer says, "We're mates. We're pals." "When?" "Oh, come on, Lister. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Chuckle, guffaw, giggle. That's Rimsey and Listy." "When?" "Millions of times." "When?" How about the time your safety harness snapped and you fell into the cargo bay? We laughed then, didn't we? I cracked my spine in 3 places." "Yes, but it was hilarious. We laughed like trains." "You laughed. I spent 6 weeks in traction." "Ah, yes, that's right, that's right. And you spent the rest of the summer walking around like a croquet hoop. I laughed so hard I nearly puked. I really did. And then Rimmer Lister says 140,000 rehydratable chickens. Check. 72 tons of reconstituted sausage pate. Check. 4,691 irradiated haggis. Oh, Rimmer, it's Saturday night. I've had enough. 4,691 irradiated haggis. Rimmer, it's Saturday night. I want to boogie on down. 4,691 irradiated haggis. We've been doing this for 4 hours. Let's have a break. 4,691 irradiated haggis. Remember, will you stop saying 4,981 irradiated haggis and speak to me? 4,691 irradiated haggis. Remember, I want to go for a drink. 4,691 irradiated haggis. I want to have fun. I want to have some fun. This is fun. Are you mad? And then again, I'm just saying, Lista, that at times as good as those, there's no point in letting something small and silly like this come between the friendship that we nurtured like a small flower, petal by petal, and watch blossom and bloom into something rare and special. Okay, give me Kachansky. Smeg off, dishwasher breath. All right. Well, there's a lot of quotes here, so we'll get back to it in just a moment. There's some really funny stuff here. Okay. So let's see. Connie Claire goes, but Dad, I don't wanna. LOL, exactly. Bradwood says, hi, Connie. Bradwood says, 3 million years later, and the last humans are Lister and Keith Richards. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yes. They put him in hyper, hyper suspension, hyper suspended animation. Keith Richards. Yeah. Curtis Selby, hey, tired midnight blogger, working and lurking. Have a good stream, Mr. Mikey. Thank you, Curtis. Hail Brad Wolf and Curtis Selby from JPR. Brad Wolf says, hail JPR. And Brad Wolf says, I love that catfish bit. Classic. Definitely. And Akeem says, hello, Curtis Selby. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's see if I can go a little bit faster and try to get through these quotes so we can get to our next episode. All right, so Holly, Lister, and Holly. Holly, why Rima's hologram? Why did you have to bring Rima's hologram back? He was the most unpopular man on board this ship. I mean, he even had to organize his surprise birthday parties. And who should I brought back then? Anyone. Chen, Peterson. I mean, Irma Goring would have been more of a laugh than Rimmer. I mean, okay, he was a drug-crazed transvestite, but at least we could have gone dancing. Jeez. And then Rimmer says, Lista, did you make that? Yeah, it's not that good. It's supposed to be roast beef. Lista returns from his chef training session. He's holding a cake. And Lista goes, oh, crap. The toilet automatically revolves out of the wall. Not you. I do apologize. I wasn't paying attention. See you later. And then Lister Rimmer says, and Lister's trying to persuade Rimmer to switch himself off so he can spend some time with Kachansky's hologram. Rimmer doesn't want to do this at all. Rimmer, I promise, I swear I'll turn you back on. Is that Lister? Is that the entire proposal? Yes. Well, Lister, no. Think about it seriously. Don't just dismiss it. All right, I'll think about it. You're just going to say no. Don't interrupt, I'm thinking about it. But you're just going to say no. Not necessarily. I'm mulling it over. Clicks his tongue as he thinks for this. Yeah. No. Um, and then Rimmer and Lister again. Rimmer says, you don't know when to stop, do you, Lister? I'm your superior. Technician was the lowest rank on the ship. The man who changed the bog rolls was higher than us. Yes, well, he's not here now, Lister, and we are. And there's still a pecking order. And I'm pecking you, baby. Okay, Rimmer, okay. Okay? Okay. Is that a threat? Is that a threat, Lister? Yeah. Actually, okay, Lister. It's not is not a threat, technically speaking. It is when you mean it to mean what I mean it to mean, and I mean it to mean okay, Rimmer, okay. No, Lister, okay is never a threat, no matter how many A's you put on the end. And the cat is saying, how am I looking? Takes a mirror out of his pocket and looks into it. I'm looking nice. My hair is nice. My face is nice. My suit is nice. I look real nice. Puts the mirror away and carries on jabbing down the corridor. Stops every few steps. I wonder how I'm looking now. Ow! Gets his mirror out again. Lister says, Rima, do you remember Christine Pachansky? Navigation officer? Yes, I remember her. Snooty cow. She used to look down on me. She used to call me Rimmer. Everybody called you Rimmer. Ah, it's the way she said it though. Rimmer, Rimmer, to rhyme with scum. Rimmer says to Lister, do you seriously believe a piece of fungus like you has got the stuff to become an officer? You've got the brains of diarrhea and the breeding of a maggot. Why don't you listen to something really classical, like Mozart, Mendelssohn, or Motorhead? And then Kochanski and Lister. I'll try to do my best female on this. Hello, Dave. As Lister's taking the chef's exam when a hologram of Kochanski walks in. As Lister stands there, he's staring at her. The hot dish he's holding burns his hands and he drops it. I'm just doing this. I'm taking this. This is a surprise. Dave, why didn't you just tell me how you felt about me when I was still alive? Because I'm a dope, and I'm a bum, and I'm stupid, and I'm an idiot, and I'm hopeless, and I'm useless. I'm sorry, but I just don't like you. Oh, well, I'm really embarrassed now. I don't know what to say. I suppose it's sort of pointless you doing the exam now. Well, yeah, it's sort of pointless me breathing in and out if you want to know the truth. I could never love anyone like you, so you might as well pack up your pots and pans and off you go. I need a man who's going places. Up, up, up the ziggurat. Lickety split. Lister paused with suspicious. So it didn't mean anything to you then? What didn't? You know, when we made love on the snooker table behind the bins. You never told me that. Well, I thought you might have noticed. Oh, yes, yes, I remember now. We've never made love. Go away, Rimmer. Look, look. I'm a bit out of sorts at the moment. I'm having a woman's period. A woman's period? Women don't speak like that. Give me a break. I don't know how you've done it, Rimmer, but that is not Kochanski. It's Kochanski's body. It's Kochanski's voice. I mean, what's the difference? Come on. The difference is that you're in there. Ugh. Well, you can't blame me for trying. Leave. I've seen something you haven't, Squire. Kochanski doesn't remember salute. Okay, Holly, swap disc. Holly, this is not my breast. I want my own nipple back, Holly. Leave, Rima. There's no rush, Holly. Jeez. And then in the flashback scene, Lister and his friends are sitting at a table in a disco. In unison, they start slapping the table, clapping their hands, and clicking their fingers. I've been to Titan. I've been to Juno. I can name 8 things that go in jars that you know. Pickles, jam, spaghetti, brains. What? In jars? Yeah, me Uncle Brain in a jar. It's really sad. Why is it sad? He's not dead yet. Right, everybody's punished. Finish your drinks. They drink the beers, gargle, spit out, put their glass on their head, start trying to tickle each other. Oh, jeez. Chen says, that woman's out of your league. She's just too classy for you. Who is? Kochansky. I've got no big thing about Kochansky. Stick to your usual type. Women with little wispy beards who wear 3 overcoats and carry little bags full of string. Black card, Lister. This is Raymond Lister. I'm holding up a black card. Conversation over. Lister. I've always been crazy about her. I never did anything about it. Oh, Lister, you've forgotten the color code. White, the white card is to continue the discussion. But this is a black card situation. Discussion over. Listen. Duh, duh, duh. Black card, black card, black card, black card. I was talking about something else. White card, go on. All right, for a start, I want to stop all this black card and white card smeg. It's driving me crazy. Black card. The cat has found the large stash of cigarette boxes that Rimmer has hidden from Lister and is claiming them for himself. Rimmer wants him to put them back so he can keep using them to pay Lister for doing jobs. I'll give you fish. One fish. Ha! 2 fish. For all these shiny things, I'll show you how to get all the fish you'll ever need. 5 fish? Mmm. 5 fish. I'll be rich. You certainly will. And he's pushing the trolley. Yeah, all right. Huh. Wow. River is coming. Yes, come on, let's keep going. Yes, ha ha. Hey, 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 hey. 5 fish? 6 fish. Woo! They go down the corridor. And Rimmer says, "What are you writing on the inside of a chocolate wrapper? I mean, come on, where's your loose leaf file? Where's your pencils? Where's your protractor and your hole reinforcers? Rimmer, I'm gotta pass this exam by knowing things. Okay, what's porous circuit? Don't know. How do you calculate acceleration? Don't know. Oh, this is sad. What's Boyle's fourth law? Don't eat greasy food." And Cat after he ate all his fish. I'm going to die. I've been fished to death. Oh man, that is so funny. That is so funny. All right. Brad Wolf says I gotta go. Hopefully I can return before the stream ends. Bye bye. Okay, Brad Wolf. I know that you've got other things that go on, so yeah, if you can come back, thank you. Otherwise, I appreciate you hitting the like today. We got 5 likes. We have 8 people still watching, so that is awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, we're almost done here on the third episode, so let's go to soundtracks real quick. And of course, as I said, the Red Dwarf theme is written by Howard Goodall, and it is performed in triplicate by Jenna Russell. So she is the one that sings the theme. Well, like I said, I did post that at the top of this chat today. So if you get a chance, check it out. Listen to the entire theme. It only lasts 4 minutes and 45 seconds, but it's very cool. And she sings a lot at the end. The fun, 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 and the sun, sun, sun. Yeah. All right. And there's no filming in production, like I said, because most of the episodes were made indoors at the Acton, UK studios there for the BBC. But if they do some outside filming, I will definitely mention it if they're in that part of it. So, okay, let's go back to Red Dwarf. And now we'll go to our next episode here on season 1. And it's called Waiting for God. Here we are. Now, in this episode, as I said, it came out March 7th, 1988. Lister learns he is the mythical god of cat's people known as Cloister the Stupid, and Red Dwarf stumbles upon a Red Dwarf garbage capsule, and Rimmer thinks it's a stasis capsule carrying a dormant alien woman. This got a 7.5 out of 10 stars so far from IMDb. The Balance of Power got a 7.6 out of 10 from IMDb. So not bad scores. Pretty good episodes. Okay. Now, in this particular episode, along with the usual 4 suspects, uh, Tony Hawks comes back as the dispensing machine voice. The cat priest is played by Noel Coleman, and John Linehan plays the toaster voice. So this is the first time you get to hear the toaster that only wants to make toast, but it continuously talks and annoys Lister and everybody else. So Ed By directed, and of course it was written by Rob Grant and Doug Naylor. All right. So we'll get to the trivia here in just a moment. Otherwise, I hope everyone is enjoying this video today. And I do appreciate we've got 5 likes already, 6 people still watching in the chat. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that very much. All right, we'll get to the trivia portion now. Okay. Now, it says viewers were originally going to discover that Lister lied about the results of his chef's exam from the previous episode in greater detail. However, Rob Grant and Doug Naylor decided to get it out the way in Holly's opening message, as this episode already had 2 plot lines. Okay. The cat priest has 1 white hand and 1 black hand. According to the DVD liner notes, this is because the The Felis sapiens, like their ancestors, often had patches of different colors. This episode is the first time a cat person, other than the cat, has been seen. Although two, a male and a female, were supposed to appear in the lost episode of Series 7 called Identity Within. The priest cat is the only confirmed life form aboard Red Dwarf, other than Cat and Lister at the start of the series, although neither Holly nor Lister was aware of this until moments before the priest's death. When Lister enters the observation room, Rimmer says that Lister might get a squiggly, slimy thing stuck to his face. Well, that's an obvious nod to Alien from 1979, where Kane had a facehugger attached to his face. It was Craig Charles' idea of Lister pressing his lips against the glass window in the observation room and running his lips down the glass window, leaving behind a trail of dribble as he falls down, which he improvised during rehearsals, and Rob Grant and Doug Naylor decided to write it into the script. Rimmer reveals that 18 weeks had passed since Lister came out of stasis in the end from 1988. Renner speculates the pod they find has an alien in it. As of November 2017, there have been no actual aliens on the show, as all the supposed aliens have been either androids or genetic mutants. Talkie Toaster would not be seen in the series again until White Hole in 1991, where David Ross replaced John Lenihan as the voice of Talkie Toaster. This episode shares its title with Waiting for God in 1990. This episode is the first episode on the original 3 episode video compilation, Series 1 Bite 2. But to avoid confusion, the title on the box is Confidence and Paranoia, the second episode shown on the tape, to prevent fans of the other show from making an incorrect purchase. Noel Coleman had major problems getting his dialogue right due to the constant rewrites and his unfamiliarity with the slang that was used. In particular, he had never heard the word slobbiness before, and so kept pronouncing it as stubbornness during filming. Those English, those Brits. Extended scenes are available for viewing on the DVD. These include Lister and Rimmer in the sleeping quarters discussing philosophy and the meaning of life, with Lister saying it to be nice, and Rimmer's firm belief and Lister's firm disbelief in aliens. Except for the remark by Holly at the beginning that Lister pretended to pass the chef's exam, although he really failed, this episode has nothing to do with the plots of Balance of Power in 1988, Confidence and Paranoia in 1988, and Me Squared in 1988, which were in some way connected. The episode established major backstory elements of the cat species and also established that a group of cat people left Red Dwarf on the cat arcs and presumably settled elsewhere, opening future story possibilities, which would include Identity Within. Exactly how a viable race was created through inbreeding among Frankenstein's litter is left unexplained. Lister appears to be wearing one of Rimmer's spare uniforms early in the episode. It's a testament to the hologram's pettiness, since the uniform is identical to the one Rimmer got turned into powder in from the chemical leak. Craig Charles pulled his Achilles tendon whilst climbing through supply pipe 28, filming Looking for the Cat Priest. The themes of religion were later to be returned to in the Series 3 finale, The Last Day, in 1989, Silicon Heaven, and more concretely, over 20 years later, in the Series 10 episode Lemons in 2012. Holly tells Rimmer that the cruise files are for the eyes of the captain only, which is Space Corps Directive 596, spoken as such in Back to Earth Part 2 in 2009. Lister is worshipped by the cat people as Cloister the Stupid. A cloister is a covered walk or open gallery arcade running along the walls of buildings, forming a quadrangle or garth. And the spoiler is, in the original ending, Rimmer works out that the pod is the Red Dwarf garbage pod, which he angrily shouts at Lister for not telling him. The ending was reshot and changed to the ending in the broadcast. So very cool. All right. And we'll get to the goofs here. And I love it. We got 8 people watching. This is great. Thank you. All right. So, one continuity goof. When the cat priest gets up and has a heart attack, the hat he is wearing falls onto his face when he falls back onto the bed. Yet, in the close up of him lying dead, there is no hat visible. Okay. Couple of factual errors. When the capsule is brought on board, the top of it is covered with dust. Now, while there may be some intergalactic dust in space that would coat the capsule, there wouldn't be any top for it to accumulate on. Rather, it should have received a very light dusting over its whole surface, if at all. The pyramids of ancient Egypt were built by farmers during the flood season, not slaves. This has been documented by written records and graffiti found in structures in the Gizeh complex. Then there's a couple of revealing mistakes. When Holly is explaining to Lister that the cat's people fought over whether their hats should be blue or red, the picture that appears on the screen clearly shows both sides wearing red hats. And after the cat priest collapses back onto his bed and dies, he shifts his right foot. And then there's one more. It's crew or equipment visible. When the toaster is asking Lister if he would like toast in the following conversation, you can see a crew member's legs reflected in the toaster. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, sometimes they'll also have crazy credits. And I'll mention those sometimes too in some of the episodes. And the crazy credit for this one is the end credits are interrupted a number of times to have Rimmer complain that the pod they found was just a garbage pod. I remember that. That is funny. Okay. All right. Now we'll get to the quotes. Well, let's do quotes last, but we will go with soundtrack. And the soundtrack, of course, is still the Red Dwarf theme, Jenna Russell. Okay. And now we'll go to the quotes. Okay. All right. Here are the last lines. Incredible. A stupendous moment in my personal history. The perfectly preserved remains of a Quaggar warrior. Yeah, right, Rima. Absolutely. It must have looked something like a roast chicken. End credits begin to roll and freeze after a few seconds. It's a garbage pod. Credits resume and freeze again. It's a smacking garbage pod. Alrighty. Rimmer says, after intensive investigation, comma, of the markings on the alien pod, comma, it has become clear, comma, to me, comma, that we're dealing, comma, with a species of awesome intellect, colon. Good. Perhaps they might be able to give you a hand with your punctuation. Six breast, Lister says. Imagine making love to a woman with six breasts. Imagine making love to a woman. Lister. They're just using religion as an excuse to be extremely crappy towards each other. Toaster. So, what else is new? Lister says, I am your god. Okay. Turn this into a woman. I'm serious. So am I. Cat's funny. Here's the confidential report. David Lista, technician, third class, captain's remarks, has requested sick leave due to diarrhea on no less than 500 occasions. Left his previous job as a supermarket trolley attendant after 10 years because he didn't want to get tied down to a career. Promotion prospects, zero. Holly says, Alan Rimmer, technician second class. Captain's remarks. There's a saying amongst the officers, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. If it's not worth doing, give it to Rimmer. He aches for responsibility, but constantly fails the engineering exam. Wait, Holly, I want my report. That's two M's Astoundingly zealous, possibly mad, probably has more teeth than brain cells. Promotion prospects, comical. No, Holly, I want my report. Rimmer. That's two R's. One at the front, one at the back. Arnold, this is your report. The most interesting event that happened recently was that Lister pretended to pass the chef's exam, although really he failed. That gives you some idea about how truly exciting some days can be around here. Rimmer says, after Lister explains a cat books he smells. You ought to try reading your shut sometime, Lister. It's probably a novel by Victor Hugo. The cat says to Lister, if you're God, why that face? What's wrong with my face? What's wrong with your face? It's upside down and inside out. And then between Lister and Rimmer, Lister says, never mind this tot. Where's the cat? Tot, 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 tot. We'll see how tawdy this is, laddie. The quarantine period's nearly up, bastard. Rimmer says the original ending. It must have looked something like a roast chicken. And he thinks about what he just said. It's a bloody garbage pod. Why didn't you tell me, Lister? It's the fucking garbage pod. Mrs. Smurfs puts the roast chicken. Rimmer says, constantly fails the exam. I'd hardly call 11 times constantly. Toaster says to Lister, what's the purpose of buying a toaster with artificial intelligence if you don't like toast? I do like toast. This is my job. This is cruel, just cruel. Look, I'm busy. Oh, you're not busy eating toast, are you? I toast, therefore I am. I'm smooth with a capital smooth. So Rimmer says, Lister, are you awake? Lister! Lister! What? Are you awake? Yeah. I couldn't sleep either. And Rimmer says, you got no right to go through my wardrobe. Okay, okay. You keep your underpants on coat hangers, don't you? And then, of course, Rimmer continues to interrupt. It's a garbage pod. It's a smacking garbage pod. Oh my gosh, that's so, so funny. That is great. Okay. Well, my friends, that's all for today. We've gone through both episodes. I think they were pretty funny. The one definitely with the toaster is definitely one to see. Episode 4, Waiting for God. That's a very good one. I would really recommend that one of the two. Um, I would say for the first one with Balance of Power, I gave it probably what it gave, about a 7.6 out of 10. So probably a high B minus. I gave it a B minus for that one. Now, uh, the other one, which gave 7.5 out of 10, I think for me would have been more out of almost 4 out of 5. So I think I gave it a B plus to almost an A minus for Waiting for God. I thought it was hilarious. The cat priest was funny as hell. The toaster, of course, the guy that did the voice for him was very funny. Why can't they make toast? All this stuff. It's my job. It's what I do. And it's hilarious. And then, of course, like we said, at the ending credits, here goes Rimmer. Chris Berry continues to say, it's a smaggy garbage pod. It's so hilarious. Oh my gosh. So you know my reviews on both those episodes as well. And well, you can always watch the rewatch there, LDG. It's okay. You're waving. Hello, LDG. Good to see you. Crap. Crap, I'm late. Yeah, exactly. Um, yes. So yeah, after Hakeem said hello, Curtis Selby, and then Bravo said he's got to go, but hopefully he can return for the stream ends. Bye bye. Yep. LDG says, crap, I'm late. He's waving. Hello, LDG from JPRPH1, and hello to JPR from LDG. Yeah. So, like I said, I gave the first episode, uh, just to recap real quick. So I gave the first episode probably a B minus with about uh, a 3.8 out of 5, close to a 4, which is a B grade for me. Anything from 4 to 5. And then, of course, if you go straight 5 out of 5, that's an A. So it's a good episode. This one was about 3.8 out of 5. So we're getting close to a B, probably about a B minus. That was the balance power. And then the other one I thought was really good. So that one I give about a 4.4 out of 5. So that one's about a B plus. It was very good. Very funny. The cat priest, like I said, everything. The toaster, yeah, very, very funny. And of course, the ending credits is hilarious. Because I thought the credits were over. I thought the episode was over. And then all of a sudden, you hear the voiceover from Chris Berry. And I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah. So, and that goes on for a few seconds. So it's very, very funny. So anyway, uh, the next two episodes that we'll do next Monday, I'll go ahead and reveal those to you guys. Let's go back here real quick. And we'll go to season one. There we go. Okay, so next Monday will be episodes 5 and 6. And the one I mentioned before called Confidence and Paranoia, that got a 7.7 out of 10. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty high grade for that one. And then of course, season one, episode 6, and that's the end of the first season, because like I said, there are only like 6 episodes per season. So this one is called Me Squared, and that's where Rimmer duplicates himself. Oh my. And that one is a great episode. It's ranked 8 out of 10. Yeah. So it's probably going to get at least an A- from me, pretty much. But I'll let you know that next week. We'll figure out what the final grade is on that. So those are the 2 episodes for next week. Don't forget tomorrow, we've got 2 episodes of The Secrets of ISIS, with the beautiful Miss Joanna Cameron and uh, and Joanna Payne, and also uh, Brian Cutler, who plays Rick Mason. So make sure you look forward to that tomorrow. And then, like I said, once we finish with Secrets of ISIS, the very next thing we'll go to is the original series of Star Trek, starting with the first 2 episodes of that season and onward until we get to our final episode, or our final series spinoff, Enterprise, with Scott Bakula and Julian Blaylock. So that should be a lot of fun. Now, um, what I'll do after that is when those are done next year, we'll go into the Star Trek fan films. And I think what we'll do is we'll apply those to Friday night, or to the MikeySuzeFour movie mayhem nights on those Fridays. So yeah, so check that out, because we'll, after we cover movies this year up until December, and the next year we'll start with those fan films, and we'll do a review of them on live stream with full panel chat and subscribers only. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. And then, like I said, after we finish. Um, the Greatest American Hero. After that's done, we'll go right to everyone's next request, which was Get Smart, and we'll start covering Get Smart episodes all the way until the Get Smart reboot movie, which had Steve Carell in it. So yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. We got a lot of things to do uh, for these next 4 months. A lot of fun to be had. Again, we appreciate all 8 of you for watching. We've got 5 likes today, which is just fine. That's great. We appreciate that. And yeah. And JPRPH1 said, I ended up keeping BrickBox for this. Yeah, plus Blake 7 reactions are coming up, and plenty of other things of interest. That's great, JPR. Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you checked it out on BrickBox. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, BrickBox is one of them, folks. So yeah, check it out on BrickBox if you want to see some future episodes. Also to catch up, and also don't forget on YouTube it does show some what they call the Smeg Ups. They have some Series One compilation, Series Two compilation, and so on. So check that out. It's available on both of those social media platforms, and I believe that some are also available on Hulu and Amazon Prime. So check those as well. Okay. All right, so let's do a quick prayer for everybody here today, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, thank you for this wonderful thing we call social media. As you know, we always appreciate our friends, family, and acquaintances we're familiar with throughout YouTube, and we know that they do a great job trying to put out the best content they can with our family, not just the community. We pray for all of their families. We pray for everyone they know. Um, Please, Lord, don't let anybody else pass away this year if you can help it. I know if they do go, it is in your hands. We leave it in God's hands, as my beloved Suzanne, minister wife, says. And also, May the Blessed Virgin Mary be there for us in all things, good and otherwise, to protect us from the evil one and to guide us in wisdom and courage. And of course, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Trinity and Holy Spirit as the one Trinity to keep us safe. So in all this I ask you, Lord, amen and amen. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, there we go. So uh yeah, we have about another couple minutes. Anyone have any questions they want to ask me about the episode? uh, 2 episodes we did today. Don't forget, as you remember, I do quote from IMDb, and sometimes they're not always reliable and not always complete, usually incomplete. So if anybody does have some information to provide, it would be much appreciated. I know Booker does, I know JP does, LDG does come up with some stuff every once in a while that's solely appreciated. I really do appreciate all that information. It does help. Um, did you ever watch the 1990s Brit sitcom Waiting for God? You know what, JPR? I don't believe I did. No, I don't believe I never saw the actual sitcom itself. I apologize. Yeah, I probably never did. Sorry about that. Hakeem says, see you guys. Thanks for the stream, Mikey. You're very welcome, Hakeem. Thank you so much, my friend, for coming. My brother. Appreciate you. JPR said amen. Thank you for that, JPR. Appreciate that. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll look it up though. Brit sitcom Waiting for God. Yeah, I'll look that up. Sure. I'll see if it's available. I would definitely like to see some of those. Yeah. And Blake Seven. Good thing you mentioned Blake Seven because lately I've heard that Blake Seven is a pretty good series too. So I may want to. I definitely want to go ahead and check that out too. Blake Seven. Yeah. And JPR said, me and my mom watched PBS sitcom Saturday nights. Lots of fun. They are. Yeah, they are. Watched a lot of Benny Hill. I watched a lot of Monty Python's Flying Circus. Uh, I watched Doctor Who, Tom Baker, some of the, earlier ones before him. Tom Baker's my Who, though. He's the fourth Doctor. He's my guy, you know. Yeah. And I have seen a few of David Tennant's Who's. I have not seen any of Jodie Whittaker's, and I guess we don't talk about her. I guess. Uh, Matt Smith, yes, I've seen a couple of Matt Smith's ones. Yeah, there's some good doctors out there. But as I said, Baker is my guy. I grew up with Baker. I watched every single episode of Doctor Who that had Tom Baker in it. So yeah, very, very good stuff. Very funny. Okay. Well, so we got 5 likes. Thank you very much, folks out there. Remember again, please subscribe. We're only 10 away from 200. It would be much appreciated. And I can always do a live stream again when we do officially reach the 200 mark. So please let people know out there and share this, okay? And we've got 6 people watching. So thank you so much. So on behalf of myself, my beautiful wife, Suzanne, our 2 wonderful kitty cats, Deja Vu and Moon Pie, we want to thank all of you for being here today for our Red Dwarf stream, for the 2 episodes I do every Monday, and looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow when we do the 2 episodes of the Secrets of Isis. And I hope that everyone has a safe and wonderful Monday today, and also a safe and wonderful rest of the week. And again, one more reminder that there won't be any live stream movie night on review on this coming Friday, but I will be doing the Waltons still stream on Friday the 13th with Gorilla's Random Thoughts, PvP, and also Resolute Germ. And don't forget, Gorilla is doing a mock up and having fun with the presidential debate tomorrow night on Tuesday night. Time to be determined. He'll let us know. Uh, Wednesday, I think he might still be doing Freaks and Geeks. And he's also doing, which I sometimes join. And then on Thursday, Nerd Roundtable, which is for Mr. Resolute Germ. So check those out, everyone. And ldgfreethenet.org. Don't forget, he's also coming up with a wonderful project, which is already in the works. It's ready to go. He just has to find the right time to start it. When he does, I hope all of you can be there for him. So wish LDG the best of luck. He was here today. We also had JPRPH1. We had the wonderful Brad Wolf 07, Mr. Hakeem, And Miss Connie Cleary, the bird woman of YouTube, she has two channels. She has her Fluff Chick Productions, which does her bird videos, and also Connie's major video, or major site. So make sure you check those out as well. And yes, Curtis Selby, he does some great content. Make sure you check out his channel as well. Bradwolf07, he's a great friend to know, and he's always there supporting Jeff Nerdy, as well as others of our family streams. So always say hello to him. And we had Miss Moira Kitty, Meow Meow. She and her friend Raquel SSG 2211 have great content. Raquel has a gaming channel also, and Moira does give streams of her own on events of the day. So please, please check out all of those wonderful ladies' views and videos and so forth. Please. So Moira, thank you. And yeah, yeah, I believe that is everybody. Okay. Yes. And thank you. And God bless everyone. There we go. It's a thank you. And God bless everyone. And JPR said, God bless everyone. Thanks so much. You're very welcome, JP. And thank you to all of you again for being here for us on the MikeySuzeFour channel. And in the immortal words of our wonderful Gene Siskel, the aisle is now closed. Thank you again, everyone. And we'll see you again Tuesday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern on the MikeySuzeFour channel. Peace! And it's a spanking garbage pod! Take care, everybody. Fun, fun, fun in the sun, sun, sun.